Bam, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Live Show, baby. Here we go, 10, 12 a.m. We're getting blasted to the downside. Bitcoin 6160 just tanked down to 61,440. How low will we go? How much more pain is coming? And I told you I could see this pain. The charts tell you what's likely going to happen. When they don't show strength, you have to assume we're going further to the downside. And there's the water coming on in. Thank you so much with the lemon wedge. Thank you. God bless you so much. And let's put the lemon into the water for my lovely assistant, Summer. Give it up for Summer, everybody. Thank you, Summer. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Did you work out today? I did. I worked out incessantly. You know, days like today are days I work out even harder because you need that mental clarity. You really do. You know, you can't let them get in your head. You can't get too stuck in your ways. You got to get that mental clarity. These are just moments in life. These passing moments are fleeting. They don't last forever. Remember that. None of these moments last forever, and nothing is forever. So you're looking at your portfolio, you're bugging out, you're feeling like everything is over. I know. I've been there 100 times. I'm there with you right now. Trust me. I own a lot of Bitcoin. Watching the price go to the downside is not fun. Even $5,000 for me is a big chunk of net worth, and I'm sure there's people that have way more Bitcoin than me. And when Bitcoin goes down by 10,000 bucks, they lose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars. So be it. You know what I mean? But let's take a look. Bitcoin continuing to drag further to the downside, and you know, it's just no good. And it's playing with the 1 hour 200 SMA. Solana losing the 200 SMA. If we can't get back above that yellow line on the daily, expect a move all the way to the point of control at $96 for Solana. And you know what you want to do is you want to break down any. Let's look at any chart. Let's look at the Dow Jones, right? And you're like, wow, we haven't looked at the Dow in a long time. I used to look at the Dow a lot, right? Dow continuing to go to the upside. If you look at the Dow, it's in this beautiful uptrend. Kind of looks like it's going to make some type of symmetrical triangle that's going to go either way, right? 50-50. So the Dow's got a 50% shot. As long as it stays above the 200 SMA, you're likely going up. That's bullish. The Dow's in bullish territory because it's in a bullish uptrend with a higher low above the 200 SMA. Bitcoin is coming right now to this area. See how the Dow challenged the 200 on the daily and went up and down? Bitcoin's coming into something like this. Some type of nasty retracement. Now, the Dow didn't go all the way to its 2-day. It did get to the 2-day 200 SMA. Interesting. And its 3-day was pretty close. So they were closer together than Bitcoin's. There's a gap in Bitcoin's 2-day and daily 200 SMA, which is, you know, a little more troublesome. What I want to show you though is where things start to get ugly. Like you'll break down and look, you hit the daily 200. We did get a bounce. We're looking for Bitcoin to do something like this here. A lot of times when you lose that daily, look, nasty drop, nasty drop, nasty drop. So 3 out of 4 times when you came to that daily, once you lost it there. But so I just want to let you know, like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know everything. And I'm not 100% on everything I say. It would be impossible for me to be 100%. I wouldn't be a human being. All right? Yeah. Chart, screen. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Sorry, we'll go back to what I was looking at here. I was looking at the Dow Jones, right? Every time the Dow Jones lost the 200 to the downside. Sorry, I got so hot. I was like profusely sweating. I get my limits are super high, like my extremes, and I just got to the point where I was gonna faint. I didn't say anything to you guys, but I was just like, whoa. That's why I grabbed a shirt that I had here and wiped my face with a shirt because I didn't even have a towel. You think a guy with a business budding like me would have an assistant like dabbing him right now? Sean's like, I would be dabbing you, Sam. I just can't get there. But look, every time we lost the 200, a little bit of dip, big dip, nasty dip, right? And I'm just showing you when you hit the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. Like right here, we got a bounce, right? And right there, we got a bounce. And what I show you is right here. And then you could look at any chart you want in the world. Go look at Walmart. Because I want to explain to you, trading Bitcoin is no different than trading any asset in the world. You think it is, but I'm telling you it's not, right? Look at Walmart. Let's look at Walmart and its life cycle on that daily. Like whenever it had some trouble, it got a little bit below the 200, but it got back above. Walmart's been on an absolute insane trend, really, ever since COVID, really. Look at that. Walmart's been ripping since $20 in 2016, and right now it's all the way back up. I mean, you've tripled your net worth. Say you had 50 mil, you put it in Walmart. I mean, you got 150 mil now. Anyway, you know, that's the kind of key. The key is to just continues. So Walmart just continues to rip faces off. But look, every time it lost the 200 on the daily, nasty drop, bit of a drop there, tiny drop at a bounce. We're looking for this or one of these here for Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin must maintain the daily. If it loses the daily on a significant level, let me see how this 2-day was. Wow, the 2-day was more in succession with that too as well. So anyway, we're going to break down the bigger and the smaller time frame. But right now, look at Bitcoin was in chop. I had it in this flag. Looked like it was going to head further to the downside. Got back above the 200, pumped back again. And it's false move Monday, where price action goes back and forth and you get chewed up. Stay away from trading Monday mornings. I'm telling you right now, stay away from trading Monday mornings. Again, you're going to do whatever you want. And you're going to call me a Sally or a Nancy or say, oh, he doesn't want to lose in front of everyone. That's why he doesn't trade Mondays. I know the best time to trade, and it's definitely not Monday. All right. I mean, sometimes we had a huge Monday like 3 weeks ago. And that was like the only Monday I traded. And since then, I don't suggest trading Mondays. They're not amazing. I'm not like, yay, go Monday all the way to the upside. You know what I mean? It's just not how it works for me. It's sad. I wish I could trade every day and force trades, but I got to explain to you, there's certain days that have the best probability and certain days that don't. So you can fight the feeling or you can go with the flow. It's up to you. I choose to do the latter. Shout out to everybody here in the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. You are the last remaining standing soldiers. Most people have now quit the game, been beaten down. Mentally, they're out. They're emotionally distraught. They have been just completely demoralized. Most people are done. They've been chewed up by memes. They've chased too many memes. They've ran after this. They've ran after that. And they are now chewed up and spit out. And that's what happens if you put more than you're willing to lose and you get too emotional and you can't handle the fire. So I've seen it happen to thousands of people. They come into crypto, come into trading too. Forex, I don't care. It's trading. It's not crypto. Everyone tries to blame crypto because it's just new and has more kind of in and outs and a lot of more craziness. But it's trading in general. I see these people, they join Forex. They think they're hot for a year or 2 years. Then they open up a bigger account. They make a real big one. That's the one. And they blow through it all. They end up margining themselves to zero. That's why when you see me trade leverage, I trade very light leverage. I keep $5,000 in the account. My trades are 100 for 300, 300 for 1,000. Every once in a while, 1,000 for 5,000, right? I do lose trades all the time, all right? I take big shots on ideas and I lose. It happens all the time. I just lost a trade for 400. I think I lost about 450, remember, about 450 on that USD trade I took on the 8-hour time frame. They bagged me, you know. The 8-hour was good. I took a very aggressive call on the 8-hour, and it was an aggressive long right there with a stop loss below this low. I mean, maybe I didn't get stopped out. I'll check. Let me see. Pretty sure I should have gotten stopped out by now. Yeah, I'm out. For sure I'm out, you know. Let's see. Let me see here. It's okay to be wrong as long as you don't go liquidate your whole account. You know what I mean? Like everyone's all about like, I got to hit the big one every single time. I don't understand that behavior. I really don't. Right? Trying to see it here. I'm on Bitcoin USD. Oh, did I say hi? No. I lost 534 beaneries. 534 on that trade. It was one of my bigger losses in the year, you know what I mean? But see, for me, a big loss is $500. You know what I mean? And I'm still, it's far beneath what I'm, you know. Anyway. But we lose, man. I took a shot. We got bagged, right? And again, at the same time, I saw that the short longs, and I took some shorts, you know, and yesterday I closed on a house, everybody. This weekend was big for me. I didn't want to sit in front of the screens and trade all weekend long, even though I saw the short, I saw the long, and it sucks. I missed a huge move. I should have got paid and showed everyone my gains, but you know what? For once in my life, man, I didn't care. I cared more about my wife. I cared more about hanging out with the real estate agent. I wanted to see my home. My whole life, I put trading in front of everything else in my life. Everything else. I've literally never truly enjoyed the world because I've always been in the trade, always been concentrated, always, I should have hit this, I could have got that. And you know, the one day I wanted to kind of just relax. And again, I never missed a live, but bang. You know, I missed a beautiful short. And again, my strategy, we just lose the 200 SMA, just put a stop on the other side and take the gain. And then the 1 minute lost the 200 SMA too. That's the pains of trading. Once you get good at trading, or, you know, decent at it and you're profitable and you have a system, There'll be days when you see that you know you could have taken your system, but you don't take it and you beat yourself up. That's your habitual moment. So that's what I have to go. Don't go back to your old self, Sam. You used to beat yourself up for not doing it. It's over now. It happened now. You know. You put the time in. The bear div of the 4 hour was game over. Amen. And so now we're in a flag on this 1 minute time frame, and it looks like we're going to go lower. Target for me is 60,600, back to where we kind of bounced. But we'll make a big top-down analysis on this idea. The key of life, everybody, is to keep pushing. The key to cryptocurrency is to keep pushing. You're here in crypto because you got interested in cryptocurrency. You watched the video, you saw me. Now you want to expand your knowledge. Maybe you're losing money right now. You don't understand why. We're going to go over the charts at least and show you some key indications. If you stick with me, at first you're like, I don't get it. I'm losing it all. But if you stick with me a year or 2 years from now, the consistency will pay off. And you're going to start to see more in the market that other people don't see. And that is going to be basically your silver star. That is going to be, your Excalibur. You're going to be able to slice through the pains of others because you're going to have the knowledge that they don't have, right? Your education will separate you from the herd. And that's what I attempt to help you with every single day, all right? And again, might as well buy a little more BTC here, right? I mean, what else do we do at this point but buy more Bitcoin, right? Oh, BTC, baby. Oh, BTC. Woe is me, baby. Woe is me. A beatdown. All right, I wanted to show you here. Yeah, let's go to spot here. All right. And so 61,005 really, and that's psychological support of resistance. Even if you didn't trade at all, you'd be looking at that key level, 61.5, and you'd be like, right? So Bitcoin, 61,000. I must buy Bitcoin on days of fear. So there you go. I mark it in, I take it all, and I buy $1,000 more BTC, right? That's what I do. And there you go. Now I have 4 cents left in the till. All right. And honestly, I'm almost done DCAing. Like I need to start putting money into my house and to pay my mortgage. Like I am at this point. I have put in almost. You guys watched me pour capital into this market, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I bought a whole Bitcoin in the last month, 60, 70 grand. I've poured so much money into this market with so much faith and so much standing power. And waiting for the bounce. And at this point, I'm going to start stacking my tether. I'm done. I bought as much as I could. Like, I know my limit, and I'm at my limit. I've put in dang near a couple mil at this point, and I'm well invested. So I got my real estate. I got my crypto. I keep some cash. At that point, I got to start stacking cash to keep my family kind of where they're at. So I will be publicly stacking cash. Any kind of big movement I get, if anything happens in the next few weeks, or I may even make any big trades, I'm taking that money off the table and I'm stacking the cash. Once Bitcoin gets back above some key levels of support of resistance, like once we break above here and retest the all-time high, I will start getting back into. I'll have a stack of cash and I'll use it to swing the market, and I'll swing Solana from maybe let's say 130 up to 180, or you know what I mean, or 200 to 250. I'll play with my money when the market is far better to play with. At this point, I'm not going to be stupid and just keep pouring money into the market. All right. You're not scared that tether will collapse, Sam? No, I'm never scared because I'm not. The only thing I fear is death. And I don't fear death because I fell through a glass door and was bleeding out my artery. And they told me I basically looked like I wasn't going to make it. I ran into the hospital by myself with a shoelace on my arm screaming, I'm going to die. And they saved me. I also got caught in a riptide when I was 7 years old with my twin sister. We almost died. It was very, very close to drowning. I barely survived. A few times in my life, and there was a couple other times where I fell while I was like unconscious and banged my head on a toilet. I heard a voice ask me, "Do you want to stay or go?" I swear on my life, I heard a voice say, I had gotten sick in July 4th, about 13 years ago. I was 29 years old, and I got not deathly ill, but I got a really strange fever on like July 2nd. Big parties for July 4th. I was in Cape Cod. I wanted to go see all my friends. I was lying on a hammock at 8 in that morning, and I couldn't move. My whole body was like My mom took me to the hospital. They said I had a viral infection. They gave me some Vicodin for the pain. I was in a lot of pain. I took a Vicodin, and because it was July 4th that night, I sipped like a half a beer. You know what I mean? Because I was like trying to, I was 29 or something like that. And that night I went to sleep. And when I woke up, I had to go to the bathroom. So I walked to the bathroom and I peed. And as I peed, I could feel the liquid leaving my body. And like I could feel my head get light. And there's like a name for it. And next thing you know, like the blood level in my head dropped. And I just collapsed. I woke up I don't know what happened, but I banged my head off the sink or the toilet. It's a very small bathroom. And I got knocked unconscious, you know. Next thing I know, I swear to God, I can't feel any of my senses. None of my 5 senses. All I can feel is like a tingling. You know, like when you ever swing on a swing and then you put your foot on the ground and your foot just hurts and tingles? Or you ever like sit on your hand and your hand hurts, that tingling feeling? I felt that through my whole body. And I was like, am I alive? Like what? And I couldn't open my eyes. I didn't know what I was. I didn't even know if I was a person. I had no recollection of what I was. All I could do was feel this like thing. And I was like, what am I like? And I heard a woman and she's like, do you want to stay or do you want to go? And I was like, I want to stay. I want to stay. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere. And slowly I remember feeling like my whole body tingled and immediately. At first I was just kind of in this abyss, and then I feel that tingling that I told you about around my whole body. And I was like, oh. And then I opened my eyes and I was like, where am I? And I was like in a ball on the bathroom floor. And I had an egg on my head like this big, you know? And I was like, what the heck is going on? Like I went to my bed and I laid down, and my sister comes up. She was like pretty drunk, I could tell. And she was like, are you? And I was like, Jess, like, you don't understand. Like, I think I just left my body and like something happened to me. Like something happened to me. Like, and I was like in a state of complete shock. Like I was ghost white. And she was so drunk, she didn't understand. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like I'm going to die. If I fall asleep, I could have a concussion. And honestly, just 2 years ago, a guy we knew, 44 years old, fell on his motorcycle coming into his garage, bumped his head a little bit, didn't think anything, went to bed, never woke up. And I got this fear. I was like, what if I don't wake up? And she's like, you're going to be fine. And then I heard this voice like say, sleep, like you'll wake up in the morning. And honestly, I was so tired and so out of it. I didn't care whether I was going to die. I know it sounds really weird. And I did care, but like I was just, and I fell into sleep and not knowing if I was going to wake up. I woke up the next morning and, you know, so when you ask me if I'm afraid, because the whole point of this story, someone's asking me a question. They're like, are you afraid? You know, do you have a fear of this or fear of that? And I'm sorry, I don't live in fear anymore, my friends. I don't live like a normal human being. I've been there and back. I've connected to the outer realms of life and, you know, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, when you ask me if I'm afraid, yeah, Sam is Superman. It's confirmed. Yeah, so if you're asking me if I'm afraid, no, not even one bit, you know, not even one bit, not even a tiny bit, you know. I fear no, I walk in the shadow, you know, I fear when I walk in the shadow of the valley of death, I fear not. Like, I have such strong faith in God. My mother died in front of me and I didn't lose my faith in God. You get it? My mother died in front of me and I never once even thought to curse God's name. No, I didn't even want to say it the way I said it right now, but that's just what people think. I never once thought to even consider that. You know, Arkham's still holding nicely. Ondo's still holding nicely. A lot of these altcoins aren't too bad, honestly. It's funny. Even Ether is actually doing all right compared to the rest of the market. So Casp is actually holding nicely too. So some of our bags aren't bad. I'm actually kind of looking at things and this ain't that bad. They're just really trying to scare people with Bitcoin here. Arthur, a lot, of course it is. Yeah, I have a bag. If it happens to me, I had one with my brother for a long time. God is great, even in the tougher times. I'm so great you're alive, Sebi. You're an inspiration and motivate me every day. Yeah, another time I fell down I fell down a banister. I hit a banister, got spun down like 6 or 7 stairs, and I fell into a glass door. All right, you can see that's like right near my main artery. See that giant scar right here? Like, look at that, man. Look at my arteries. Like, I was gushing blood out the wrist. I shouldn't be here, man. Like, period. Like, so when you ask me if I'm afraid, no, I just don't feel fear. You know? Yeah. Alt speak to me that they've had enough of the dip, but let's find out. Good lessons on life here. Yeah. So, I mean, really impressive. When my dad passed 3 years ago, it rocked my faith in God. Still struggle. Nah, it made me closer. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I guess I wouldn't use the app of the phone, my man. I don't use the app of the phone, so very rarely. If God forbid someone who has crypto, what happened to their crypto? Does it eternally in there? I mean, you got to tell your family and friends about how to get it, you know? Right? He says, you got scared on stream. Yeah, that's funny. My wife, I might react to someone jumping up from behind me, right? But that's not overall fear, right? Hey, I mean, we could all talk about that. Anyway, let's break it down. So I just wanted to say, like, there's nothing to fear here, friends. All right? This is just a market. You're going to make it. You're going to be okay. Don't let this market make your whole day. Like, my sister's coming into town today, my older sister. I got to pick her up for the airport. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to pick her up and like, oh, the market sucks. I tanked. I lost all my money today. Nobody cares, man. All right? Yo, Master Friend says, nah, BB is scary. Yo, tell them, Master Friend. Yo, BB is scary. My wife is scary. Yo, everyone here, like, wait, everyone here has to say, how scary is my wife, bro? Sean, be honest. Like, everyone in my staff right now, how scary is my wife? Dude, when my wife comes in the room and looks at you, like, you're going to do it. Master Friend, how scary is she, bro? Tell me you haven't gone to bed, just completely shaking in your bones. Don't even talk about it. She'll hear you. She already did. It's over, bro. You're in the doghouse too now. I'm bringing you in with me. That's it. It's better when we're together. It's always better when we're together. Jack Johnson, you know what I mean? Scary wife say it's not true. When she means business, she means business. Nah, she's the best. I am being funny, Crypto Billy, you know what I mean? No, she's a boss. Like, you want a boss woman. That's what we're trying to say. We're joking around. But she's definitely not a chick that you play around. I shouldn't say, she's not a woman you play around with. All right? Wifer scares me too, Crypto Pelican. All respect to BB. You never not cross wifer. Yo, shout out to Jamal Antonio, man. I love you, bro. I love my friends, man. And I love my whole team. And I love everybody here. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to the 1,200 beautiful souls here on the live for Bitcoin. So let's break it down. So the weekly, this is a double top. Clear as day. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. And double tops break to the downside. It looks like we're going to have a messy, cold, nasty summer. I thought it could be a hot summer. Thought is the key question, right? What we thought really doesn't matter. You lost this high volume note. You got a gap of the VRVP. It's very likely you head all the way back to 51,500. Don't be shocked when we hit it. Don't be surprised. Don't act like, oh my God, I can't believe we went to 51,000. That was the exact measured mathematical move. There was a gap of the VRVP. All right. And that's your only really place to chunk here. So if we continue to get some sell-off, they will be able to pressure this market. They got Mt. Gox trying to tell us they're going to drop. I wouldn't listen to any Mt. Gox news at all. I would act like that stuff is just complete nonsense. So I wouldn't get into that. What I will look at, though, is there's something big happening. All right. And, you know, I wrote this myself, but I took the quote from another bank, but I did write this myself. Japanese banks on the brink of collapse. They could dump all the UST, which is U.S. Treasury, all right? Notes, this could pump Bitcoin and risk on assets. Watch the news out of Japan this week. Only a matter of time. All the Japanese mega banks will follow in footsteps of Nochu, Norinchukin, and dump their UST portfolio and make the pain go away. That means $450 billion worth of USTs will hit the market. U.S. could attempt to save Japan and keep the election environment more stable by convincing the Bank of Japan to use a repurposed facility program to absorb the USDT supply. In return, the U.S. will hand over freshly printed U.S. dollars to the Bank of Japan, spiking dollar liquidity and creating more inflation, right? At the end of the day, you know, only spiking the dollar to become less valuable. Either way, it spells distress of the banking sector, and it's a billboard for Bitcoin. That's my own words right there, but I took the quote right there, right? So This is from the article this in the meat and potatoes, and I wrote, but this is some serious stuff. I do believe you're probably right on the repurchase of the bonds. Printer is warming up. They're going to have to warm the printer up, everyone. Sounds like a good time to have some stablecoin legislation. If we allow U.S. banks to hold and transact in stablecoins, that alone would shore up any USD dumps by other countries. Also, Ripple is about to launch RLUSD. Pretty sure this stuff is all coordinated. Shout out to Mistine Crypto. So Ripple is about to come out with RLUSD. And big news for Ripple, as Ripple is like kind of holding strong, maybe getting a bounce, Pretty sure we're going to get close to the alts bouncing across the board. You can tell by the reaction of the Bitcoin sell-off. I mean, when I get close to capitulation, when I sniff capitulation, I know half the market, like 90% of the market's been obliterated at that point. The last time I sniffed obliteration, right, capitulation was here, we would come right back with a strong vengeance, right? But don't be surprised. We could still see 51,000 on the weekly. Let's move into the 3-day chart and continue to explore what's happening here. There's more to beat the eye of these markets. I know all you want to do is look at charts, but now this is where we keep our cool. All right, the next few weeks is when you really find out who you are as a trader and who you are as a person. I swear, I know I'm not trying to challenge you. I'm being honest. These next few weeks will make or break you. You either will capitulate in pain, or you will find a way to live in opportunity. Now, even if you decide to panic sell or cover sell, I don't even call it panic selling, cover sell, and make sure that you have yourself somewhat covered in case of even more downside, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't listen to anybody else call you a Sally, paper hand. Don't listen to that. How about the people that sold up here? They're laughing at paper hand, diamond hander people right now. They're buying on the lower prices, right? I took profits out here, and thank God I did. I wouldn't have money to live on. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta do some things here and there, all right, when you can, all right? Anyway, been grading Turbo the past 24 hours and in the gains. Been grading? You mean trading? So many influencers say when Bitcoin loses dominance, the altcoins pump, but they keep dumping harder. Yeah, well, you got to watch U.S. Tether dominance. You don't just see, you can see so many people say, I'm teaching you how to do this yourself. Stop listening to everybody else. Slap up which I'm going to show you in a second. We're going to show you what we do. You're going to slap on the Bitcoin dominance chart, the Tether dominance chart. You're going to juxtapose those two charts, and you're going to be able to get the information you need from that extrapolation, okay? All right. So we didn't break the low yet. So until we break the low, we're not bearish, and we didn't break this low yet. Until we break this low, it's still a higher low. Yeah, I know I'm being crazy, but it is what it is. And then I took the base of this, which is technically your measured move, and it says that you may come down. We could double bottom, everybody. Sorry, let me draw that better. But we may just double bottom and break on out of here. There's a chance. I'm open-minded either way. I'm not a perma bull, perma bear. All right. That's why I just said big time frame trades, let them slide, and then look at the smaller time frames and scalp and let things play out the way they're supposed to play out. Changed the way I thought about trading so much in the last year even. All right. 3-day chart finally got to the oversold region below the dotted line, but there could be more pain. The last time we hit the dotted line was just there, and we slowly sold off. We could get a slow little sell-off here to the downside, right? Could be forming the beginning of a falling wedge, right? Remember, it can't be all that bad. That would be a giant cup and handle. I mean, a giant cup and handle could only spell a bigger move, right? So you'd have a semi cup and handy the size of Louisiana over here, right? I don't know why Texas, I should have said. The size of California. The size of Texas looks more like a Texas size anyway, right? And you still get to this low of 51. You break 51,000, and I really wouldn't want to see the daily break the 200 SMA, So I'll get 57, 58. Anything lower than that, I'm going to start calling for 51. Yeah, so if we go to 51, it's real bearish because we're below the 200 SMA on the daily. Really would like us not to lose that 200 SMA on the daily. And honestly, every time these were tight and the moving averages were such, we pumped. This is irregular what's happening right now. I've backtested this for years. When the moving averages get this tight inside consolidation on the daily and the 12-hour, it's very rare you get a dump. This is very strange price action from what I've seen in my life, but I know that price action can do whatever it wants. It doesn't care how many years you've backtested. It does come into play. It does come into handy. It comes in handy because I see things no one else can see. But there's no guarantees that it will come in handy. That's the crazy thing about trading. You do all this work to get a higher probability, but there's still no one guarantees that you're going to get the higher probability. You just have to trust in that. There's a lot of blind trust in trading over time that you have to put in, and it's over time. You keep adding, you keep adding, you keep adding. No one can do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. Everybody wants it, but nobody can do it for you. So possible giant cup and handle here forming for Bitcoin. I've been saying this for a long time. Pull your fib. The 618 Fibonacci, 52,000. We did get the bounce, but and again, anything can happen. I mean, I can't believe we capitulated before the halving the way we did, and we got the bounce. So, right? So we lost the trend line. That's over. I'm done we definitely lost the trend line. So what you could do, though, you can keep the pattern for what? Well, for, a measured move. So the measured move is the base of this, and that says, hey, we can go back down. So now that you broke down, it says you're going to 57,500. I mean, that's just so likely. The daily, the VRVP, and then the gap here tells me, wow. I mean, we didn't go through the whole gap here. We bounced out of nowhere. Could we bounce again off 57,000? But it just looks very likely we're going further to the downside. And again, I wouldn't even think of a macro long unless Bitcoin gets back above 63,000. Let's call it 63.8. 63.5 right here. Resistance. You flip that, then fine, there's some chance. But I wouldn't macro long anything until we find our bottom, or you know what I mean? And we find, but you'd wait for that to break up right now. Like if we broke back up right now and we start a reversal, I wouldn't get too excited. I'd wait for us to break back above 63.4 and then maybe a slight move, right? 64,160 for Bitcoin. Back to the 1 hour time for the 1 minute. And the 1 minute has just been battling the 200. Open up a short, open up a long. And look, perfect short here. If you just if the second we close the 1 minute candle below the 200, stop loss here, gone, baby, gone. And that was the majority of the short to the downside, 62 all the way to 60,000. If you're in my trading group, I went over this last night. You can go play my last night's update. And I said, if we lose this key level, and I said, you know what? I've gone back and forth. I said, we're more likely we're going down. I said, if you can't get back above this key level at 63.5, expect more downside, right? And then if the 1 minute can't break above the 200, and we didn't, we lost the 200 right here, and we continued to the downside. That's what Japan drama helped jazz me. Pump it. Yo, Sammy, do you use the stochastics RSI every single time, baby? It's my favorite indicator. Germany dumped Bitcoin and has more, and Mt. Gox 9 billion dump. But I kind of think Mt. Gox is kind of taken into consideration already. Mt. Gox is whatever, man. Most of those people are going to hold. Focused lifers, stop guessing and analyze the market. Listen to Sam. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. Amen. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. Let's get back to the daily here and assess the situation one step at a time. If anyone's going to figure it out, it's going to be our group, man. We've done pretty good. So I have faith in us. So bearish engulfing candle. This daily candle is going to close bearish. Massive sell-off. I mean, that's just Bitcoin's been getting sold off since the beginning of June. It's just been a massive sell-off. Much love from South Africa. God bless you. Thank you. I need to tell my wife we are poor again. Back to McDonald's. Yeah. Yep. Do I have it in there still? Yeah, there it is, right? I think it is. Oh, no. Oh, it said McD's, but it wasn't a Mickey D one. I had that McDonald's thing somewhere. It's not far. There it is. This one's like in some other country or something. I don't know why that one doesn't work. That's weird. I picked the right file, but it don't. Anyway, I was going to show McDonald's in the background as a joke, but maybe not that funny. All right. More ribeye steak, baby. They got bills to pay. On these days of chop, I like to back test my strategy. Amen. Sweet, you think you could cross by the end of the month. We need the Crypto Life for Post Malone rap to make us feel better. I know, right? When I was balling, I was young. On McDonald's for me for 20 years. My children have never had that. Amen, brother. Amen. I knew the screen was off. I was trying to show you my McDonald's job, bro. Now we'll get it. I won't waste time. Sean, get me some McDonald's in the background. You know what it's like to work at McDonald's? Get me one of those. if you can. And send it to my DMs if you can. Let's see how quick. Anyway, when you lose the 200 SMA on the 22, I tell you it's bad news. When you lose it on the 8 hour, I told you it's no good. The second that happens, you have to start thinking we're going down, right? And I live and die by these ideas. So no one in my trading group should have been like, oh my God, I didn't think we were going down. Sam tells us every time when we lose the 200 on these time frames. So once the 8 hour lost, we're saying, do we go to the 12 hour? Once the 12 hours lost, you say, do we go to the daily? And in my lifetime, once you lose the moving averages, like 90% of the time, you come and hit the next one. The pain usually stops when you bounce off. When you bounce, you usually bounce off this one, and then you get above the next ones, and then you're back in the good graces again. So, what we'd love to see is a bounce off the daily 200, and then we get back above, let's just say the 8 hour. And if we get back above the 8 hour, then the pain stops for then until we, that's what happened here. That's why when we had dumped here and we got back above the 8 hour, I was like, oh, it's all good again. Now we lost the 8 hour. I'm back where I was here, super bearish again. I'm only what I am based on the charts, right? No emotion. So you have to be bearish when you lose the 8 hour 200 SMA, and then you have to assume you're going to come to the daily 200. It's waiting for us. So now we look at the smaller time frames and we look for bear flags. How do we get there? Well, we get there by getting into flags. Look at the shoulder, head, and shoulder, and we see a flag here, right? So we assume this flag will continue on the 15, and there's a move, and then we just, until we hit to the measured move at 57,000. So you can see it's likely we're going to drop further to the downside here for Bitcoin. Not a great day if you're long in cryptocurrency, all right? And it looks like we're about to take a massive dump down, and then we look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes oversold, so you look for this. You look for this to bounce maybe, but look, even see this, the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. Look at your 1 minute. Your 1 minute just lost to 200 yet again. Signs of no signs of life. So it's looking like we're going to do something like this here. We may even bounce, but I believe anywhere in here is an entry, even here, there, or where, and then the stop loss somewhere around here. I feel we must remain short for Bitcoin and take her down to 57,000. It's what's likely going to happen. I'm sorry to say. So there's our first trade of the day. It could take us down to 58,860. It looks like it's possible. Am I going to open the trade? I really don't like to trade Mondays. We might not have a choice. That might be the fastest move of liquidity I get in the next 3, 4, 5 days. I'd much rather catch a reversal or a swing. Not my favorite day to trade on Monday, right? Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to look at the perpetual here and say, do I take this short on, right? Do I want to take the short, right? I know that once you break the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, like right there, nice short. Right there, there's a giant short. I also feel like we may reverse. We're oversold in the stochastics, but look, shoulder, head, right shoulder, broke to the downside. And I see this as a bear flag. So even if we do bounce, chance you don't get hit. But watch out. Mondays are sketch. Sketchiest days to trade ever. All the way to 58,892 here for BTC. All right. 58,892 would be the target. And you set up your short trade. Just like if you flipped it upside down, the same way we would trade a flag long. Nothing changes. It's the same exact scenario. You see? We make sure we have the risk-reward ratio. Everything's intact. I'd like it to come up first. Go after some stops. Come back down. And then those are usually where I like to enter. Remember, always make sure you hit stop, take profit. Take profit has to be higher. 58,892. Stop loss has to be lower, right? Which is weird, but that's how it works. 61,752. You pull the trigger here, and scared money don't make money. Risk 191 for 682. And honestly, that says that the short is in demand, right? We know right now that it's more likely that the short is going to play out than the long. That's just it. We don't know for sure, and we could even just get stopped out, and then they could take the short down. So I'm looking for a bounce here on the stochastics first before I get into the short. You see? Now, if we come up and we can't get back above the 200, even better, that's confirmation. If I start to lose this level, that's even more confirmation. But right now, I am looking at a short here for BTC. It's most likely to short the market. And the level I'm looking at is 58,892. 58,900 even to take some profits. But I got 892 there on the docket. Oh, no, I guess, yeah, it's 900, but 892 on my line. They're off by like, I don't know, $13, right? 8 plus 5. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm looking at here for BTC. All right, let's take a look at the DXY and see what's happening. Is that getting the bounce that we don't want it to get? Are things getting groovy on the DXY? Actually looks pretty bullish right there when you just looked at it, when I just looked at it, right? So remember, we got the DXY inside of a symmetrical triangle, even almost, yeah, symmetrical triangle. Almost has like a ascending triangle, but symmetrical. And these break down more than they break to the upside. And that news isn't bullish. That Japanese news is not bullish for the dollar. And today is one of those days where you see Bitcoin and the dollar dumping together. When people take their liquidity, they take their liquidity, right? I like this, though. We don't want to see a strong dollar regardless of what's happening in our market. So you got this rising wedge of the daily and you're oversold. And, you know, you got some chop here at resistance. I'd like to see the daily continue further down here. If this breaks on up, it gets a retest. No good for BTC. And again, even though they could dump together, they'll dump together for a couple days, but eventually they will go back to their inversely correlated behavior. It won't last forever. Trust me. Just got my RNS. So grateful. God bless you, man. Maybe a new opportunity on Waffles. Could you check the chart, please? If you send in a T8 or super chat, I would greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. So here, I think my team got it in now. I think we have it. Let's see how quick Sammy can work before I'm not going to bore you guys. It's going to be fast. I promise. It's going to be super fast. 1, 2, 3. Sammy can do it. I don't know why, though. It's not. That's kind of weird, man. It's supposed to show up. Loop, restart, show nothing when playback ends. No. Weird. Loop. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway. Well, there's that. There's my Dubai. And I got Mickey D's, but they don't want to show my Mickey D over here. Anyway, who cares? That's crazy, right? Anyway. What are you going to do over here, huh? All right, let's get back into the action. Sorry, I got into that. I get into the weird stuff like that. I really wanted to see the McDonald's background, but it just didn't work. You must use a VPN. I use my VPN. Is Casper the only wallet rolling out KRC20? I don't know. It depends. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Weird how we cheer the downfall of the dollar. I'm not American. I'm a Bitcoinian. I mean, I'm one of my land too. If I see, I love the dollar. Agreed. You know what I mean? 1 minute rejection going down. Amen. Right? So there's the perpetual, right? I was about to say I have this thing flipped upside down or something. I'm like, wait, no. What the heck? Hold on, that wasn't what we were looking at, was it? Hold on. Hold up, what the? I thought I had the trade ready to rock. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah. 61,100 for Bitcoin. Let me kind of look at the perpetual. I would have sworn I built it on the perpetual. My mind's like toast today, right? Wait, 63,000. Yeah, we're all right. Why is that? All right, hold on. You know what it is? I thought I built it on the perpetual, but I did not, right? So that's why. I mean, you got these three. Look at Crypto Billy for the baby. Buy her a baby bib for Uncle Billy. God bless the 1999. God bless you, man. A Bitcoin baby bib. I will, man. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you so much, bro. I will. There's a rising wedge pattern on the 4-hour chart from June 3rd. Yeah. Need computer software engineer now, right? Making a narrative in the blockchain for recovery, technology, possibly track down old walls, and to continue the guarantee of tracking your walls in the future. Interesting. What's your goal with Casper? When are you going to start taking profits? I mean, I'm waiting on Casper to get to $1. That's when I wanted to take profits. Billy knows. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Wick89, Brett 2 cents. Damn, crypto, you need to sneak in a coin on that chart for a TA. Funny. Sam, shout out to you, brother. Much love, my man. Anytime, man. God bless you. All right. So we're taking a look at this kind of, falling wedge here, going further to the downside, right? And the area there, 59,000. I would have sworn we built this trade out already. I did. I built this trade out. Where did I build it out? On another window, right? I built this trade out already. I remember doing it. We put the numbers in and everything. What is going on here? I'm losing my mind. I would have sworn we built this trade out completely down to the finish line. We put the numbers in and everything. It must have been that I closed the window or something. I'm losing it. I'm absolutely losing it. There it is right there. I was about to say, we had this ready to rock, exactly how I wanted it. And you risk 100, but look, we've bounced since then, back above the 200 SMA. See, I was waiting for the bounce. I want to see this get exhausted, and then I want to attempt to take the trade, right? I didn't want to take the trade right there when I saw a bounce coming. I wanted to wait for the bounce and then see what could happen. Now we're back above the 200, which tells me we could get a move here. So this is why it is false move Monday too, so just be careful. But the probability is in our favor that the shorts will play out. That's all. Am I humble to be Monday or not? The probability is in our favor that the shorts will play out. You're risking $100 for $700. It ain't bad, right? 61,502 is like a psychological support, and 61.3 is like your next can't get above area. Is it a shoulder ahead, and do you kind of make a right shoulder? Do you not get back above this point of control? So you just got rejected by that POC too as well, right? So I feel out the feeling to, I wait. I don't just jump in. I got to think, I feel out the feeling here. We want to make a nice game. We want to make $700 in this short, all right? How much you need in the account to make that trade? It depends. Oh, that trade? I'm probably going to end up using the margin used. It's going to show me the margin. So if I open the short, I'm going to use $600. Yeah. $650. That's it. Not a lot of money. So you use $600 to make $700, right? Or lose $100. See, that's how you don't have to use, see, people think, you don't have to be a big shot here to chip away. And if you make $200 a day, it adds up over time, right? Mondays are tough, though. I'll give you that. They're very tough. I expect to lose every trade I open on a Monday viciously. That's how bad Mondays can be. So once I open Monday, I'm already don't stare at it, Let me look at my 15. It should be overbought before I get in. My 5-minute isn't overbought, though. So it could, you get in right when a 5 minutes about to bounce, and then you get obliterated. I've seen that happen, too. 1 hour's it looks like the 1 hour looks to me like it's going to roll over. Doesn't look good. 50-minute even looks like it's going to roll over, honestly. And then you're losing the 200 SMA again on the 1 minute. I'm just going to get in now and take the bearishness. We'll see what happens, right? So I entered the trade. I usually don't trade Mondays, but there's a lot of bearishness out here. I'm going to take the possible probabilities in my favor. I could be completely wrong, and I may lose $150 in front of all of you. It is what it is. We're already up $7. That's a fast cup of coffee, if you ask me, right? And look, you don't have to, I'm using $650 to make $11. All right. Once you lose 61,000, it's going to be a melee, And again, I don't even want to look at this. I'll let it cook. We'll look at it in a half an hour, 20 minutes. I don't like staring at my trade once my trade's done. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I like to leave it alone. So the DXY, let's take a look at S&P futures now. ES1, which we've been looking at world markets every single day, kind of breaking it down for you. I've been meeting people too that are into all different types of markets, and I want to let them know, hey, my stream, we don't just talk about Bitcoin. We go over everything. You can trade any market in the world with me. The stuff that I'm teaching you guys, you can trade any market in the world. I'm giving you gems that I found. When I pass, everyone's going to realize that, yes, I made some money with a trading group. Yes, Sam did well on YouTube, yada, 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 right? He was a successful YouTuber. But what they're really going to notice is that, wow, he scoured the market for gems and he really gave them away. I think that's what I'm going to be remembered for. It's going to be obvious to see because it is what it is. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and everything else is a side detail. The money I make, the life I live, all that is a side detail. I want to put out the energy and the interesting information to you so you don't get rocked. So look, resistance. We broke above that. They're going to print money with this Japanese thing going on. This looks really bullish for the S&P. Yes, the daily needs to reset a little bit. Look for 7 to 8 days of sideways price action for the 21 to come back up. And I see a big move here coming. And then it could go parabolic. Next big move could take you all the way to 6,926 for the S&P. And that looks like the S&P could be there, I don't know, November, December. We may still get we haven't gotten the nasty dump yet. Now there is a little bit, it's kind of bearish div there. I'll give it to you, but it kind of stopped, like right there, it's kind of no more bearish divergence. So they attempted to dump, but so far the market, if you keep printing money, we're going to have issues. You know what I mean? VWAP curling up to the 15. Money flow is slowing down. Regular people have no business in crypto. Palm had a good interview today saying if you're in Bitcoin for 10 years, this is a good opportunity to buy more. Of course it is. 100%. But you got to have a long-term idea. Look, we're getting moved back to the upside here on the short now. Let's take a look at what's happening. I expect to lose every trade I open on a Monday. I really do. Down $23. We'll see what happens here. Can't stand Mondays. They bag you every Monday. I'd have just, I should have been disciplined and not opened up the trade just to show you guys how to stay disciplined. But lately, I like to live trade, and it's just been like, oh, I don't want to trade now. I don't want to trade because the market's just been like, and then there's been a few perfect good trades though off stream that we've been able to crush. So. And see, I was waiting. This is the 5 minute. See, the 5 minute wants to get it move. See, now you got to let the 5 minute play. See, this is what I learned about the stochastics RSI. You have to let them play. Like the 5 minute now wants to play. We got to let it play. It's going to, now we want to make sure it rolls over. So now support or resistance. You do not want to see the 5 minute break 61,450. It breaks, you want to see this kind of roll over in some type of right shoulder action and dump hard. And at least, and then continue to go sideways, get squeezed by the 200 somewhere, and then continue to fall. You don't want to get back above that point of control and gap out all the way to 62,282, which could happen faster than you think on a Monday. Just blah. Again, the 1 hour looks to be rolling over. The other time frames don't look too good. So we'll see. I'm down $4. We'll see what happens. It's a battle every single day in the charts. S&P futures looks to make a flag and continue to the upside. That's what I'm sticking to until it changes. Okay. So we taught you about backtesting the 200 MA on different time frames, right? Thank you so much, Sean. We love you, man. We appreciate you, brother. Shout out to everyone on my crew, man. Thank you. It's been a very eventful couple of months for me. I moved from Boston to Florida. I now live in sunny Florida, which is unbelievable. And I just want to relax. And I would love it if the market just it is what it is, man. I became a trader for a living. I'm never going to get free of this market until I'm finally, That's why once you're a trader like me, and you've been trading for 15 years, eventually you're just so happy you do have your long-term holds, and you go through each cycle, and no cycle is the same. And you always take a deep breath and ask yourself, I was here 5 years ago, I'm going to be here 5 years from now. And you say how? You say through consistency and discipline and focus. I worked out this morning instead of getting down and depressed. I knew the best thing to do was to create those endorphins for my mind and get myself into a good state of mind. These are important things to do for yourself to keep yourself on another level. My dad would call me and remind me of these things. I had a good dad. When COVID started, he called me. Don't hang out in your pajamas all day. I know you work from home. He said, put on something. Make yourself feel good about yourself. That's when I started wearing the suits and the ties. My dad, man. My dad got in my head a little bit. And you know what? I started feeling really good. And it changed. So you can change the whole way you feel too. And how you dress has a lot to do with how you feel. I'm telling you right now. I know it may not seem it, and I know clothes don't make the man makes the clothes. But when you look neat, complete, put together, there's something about it. You demand respect, and people give it to you. All right? And people give it to you. All right? I'm likely going to win the trade because I likely win the trades. Right? Most likely I win. That's what happens. I win most of the time. So I decide that I'm going to keep winning in life, you know? So when I don't win, something's not right. I'm like, wait, I should be winning right now. You know what I mean? So like right now, when they're bagging my team and bagging my trading group and bagging everybody that's been in crypto, I get a little pissed, man. You know what I mean? Because we all got to win, baby. We win. We don't lose. So the big 3-day flag, price is riding to the bottom of the flag. You get treated better at the airport when you dress nicer, 100%. Everyone treats you nicer, man. Money flow is the best indicator. Yeah, it's basically the stochastics RSI, man, if you haven't figured that out. Yeah. Chicken Little have entered the chat. Shout out to Chicken Littles. We love you. I don't know who Chicken Little. If anyone feels like they're struggling with self-control, self-esteem, or I recommend searching up and learning about cognitive behavior. Is one of the tools I learned. Amen. Yeah, cognitive behavior, 100%. You are in control of yourself at all times. Change, baby, change. All right. Still hot altcoins out there. Let's see if Token Metrics is feeding us anything that may be kind of coming through the grapevine. Brainers, never heard of it. Gleecoin has been on the radar. ZK Sync and Mega Hat. Let's look at Brainers. Never heard of Brainers. I opened a short in the morning at 62.3, still going. God bless you. I'm so happy you're in the game. On Mexi, Mexi always has the coin. Crazy. Small volume on this, 143,000, right? Brainers. Price prediction, summary. AI-based trade description. They give it a sell. It's just interesting, right? I just never heard of it. I wanted to know what the heck it was. Connect your family with friends and share your moments. Welcome. Share what's new in life moments with your friends. Discover new people, create connections, and make new friends. You have full control over your personal information that you share. So it's Facebook. It's a decentralized Facebook. I like it, right? We should have more of these. More people should share and be a part of a new community where we don't get, pillaged. If anyone knows, everyone says you have to use Instagram. Someone didn't give me an interview recently because they looked at my Instagram and they're like, his Instagram's not. I choose really not to do business with those companies. You know what I mean? I'm really not into Facebook and Instagram. I don't. My team uses them, and I know we're supposed to use them. And if we use them more, it'll grow my company. But I just have morals, man. And yeah, I could make a couple $100,000 more a year if I use Facebook or Instagram, maybe even $1 million. It's probably costing me some money. I'm just not truly a fan of the platforms, and I can't really be passionate and push forward to things that I don't want to be I don't like to do business with people that I don't want to do business with. Once I'm posting and I'm using your platform, I'm doing business with you because I'm connecting my face, my likeness, my energy, and I really don't want my energy pushing either of those platforms. So maybe I'm taking a hit business-wise. Maybe I should be more out there socially, all these other people, but I have my moral integrity is at a very high level compared to most people in the world, I feel like, and I'm not about that life, Yeah, good for you, man. Word is a better place without FB and IG. Yeah, just holding on to the moment. Shorted everything else like 2 weeks ago. A couple swing trades here and there since. Good for you, Gabe. It's awesome. Love your moral integrity. Thank you. Yeah. So that's why if you don't see me heavily on Instagram, it's because I just don't have the passion. They kicked me off. They did something to me years ago, a couple years back, and they never were able to talk to me. I had pictures of my whole family, drone shots that I'd edited. I had an extensive 12,000 followers, and it was, ever since then, I've just been a little yeah. Very smart move in my opinion. Shout out to Shoni Saban. Honestly, every time I go on Instagram too, and I'm not even into this, I'm being honest. I went on it I don't know my login, so I haven't been on it in months. My team has the login, and I forget to ask them every day, and then I'm on Twitter and stuff. So I really stopped using Instagram completely. I think I'm going to run a new fad, and I think we're going to start something new. It's over. Instagram's done, man. Every time I go on it, they're trying to show me half naked women. I'm serious. Like, it says suggestions. And when I look and it shows you all the little things moving around, and literally of the 10 pictures it shows, 8 of them are women just, and like, I'm a married man, dude. I don't need to sit there and watch some young girl shaking her butt around. I'm sorry. Like, I'm biological male. I'm going to be attracted to that at one point. It's obvious. I'm a male who wants to procreate. It's in my biological system. Like, they use that against us, man. And they use our sexual inclivities, you know, or they use our they used to pull us in, man. And to brainwash our subconscious mind to get us to do things that, you know, and to get us away from starting families, away from building, away from being productive men in society. It eats us away. It eats us alive. Like, we don't need it. It's such a waste, you know? Yeah, bro, what are you talking about right now? Don't worry, just listen and keep your mouth shut. It's degrading, 100% crypto lifer. I'm talking about being a family man. I'm talking about just being morally correct. I'm talking about cleansing yourself from the just insanity online. You know? I'm getting older and wiser, amen. I'm a man with my vices. We all are, trust me. All right? Elon just had his 11th child. That's so cool, man. 11 kids. It's pretty awesome, bro. Like, I mean, when you're a billionaire, you better have multiple children. You can afford them, right? Symbolically and literally, it brings you away from Christ. It really does, though, David T. Guard your mind, guard your life, guard your vicinity, guard your energy. You lifers are different, man. I used to think that people watching me are all over the place. Now I realize as the market shifts down and I see the 1,287, 1,300 people here, I realize we have something really special. So I appreciate you. Like, we're building something bigger. People used to just be here for the gains. Now you guys are really here for the movement. The lifer movement is starting to take force. It's about helping each person see the light. It's about helping each person get away from the negative pulls that bring us away from who we want to be. We don't need the negative energy. We don't need to be over-sexualized as men in this world, okay? I'm telling you, I'm going to say something that's going to, I hope people know, I was just kind of a sex addict for years, and it destroyed my life for a long time, you know? Multiple girlfriends, you know, it was just, and it was all day, every day. It got to the point where it was too much for me. It was just too much. And I'm sorry, you know, to admit that. And, yeah, I'm sorry. I feel really weird right now. I never thought I would say this. But you know, it was crazy, man. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, when you got these sharp features, I'm just, you guys stop. But it was just, you know, as a young man listening to the hip hop and stuff, I felt like you weren't cool if you didn't have 2 girls. You know what I mean? If you weren't with 2 women on the same day and stuff, like, they started making you think you were inadequate male. It got into my head, and I was low. I wasn't close to Christ. I wasn't reading my Bible. I wasn't doing the right things. We were all broken in some way. Some just have the courage to admit it, and some don't. 6 months of focus and hard work can you put in 3 years ahead of life. Don't underestimate the power of consistency and desire. Focus on progress and not pain. Pain is part of the process towards becoming successful. Amen. Shout out to Andy, man. Who is this guy, Andy? Andy, I want to meet you. I feel like me and you could live a good life together, bro. As friends, you know, it sounded so gay. You know what I mean? I just felt like I love people like you, and I would love to see you. Don't be sorry. A lot of young men need to hear this. Thank you, Master Friend. I appreciate that. Just pick one who makes you better and hold on to them forever, man. Be careful about who or what you allow to speak into your life, people or social media. Amen. He's right, man. Man, you're my brother, and thanks for sharing. A lot of us can relate. Thank you, Jamal. Yeah. We're all human. The important thing is that you learn and you grew into a better human being. Amen. Thank you. Someone wrote Playboy Sammy. I mean, that's why I guess I have 3 dogs. Every time someone's like, you get 3 girls, like, everyone looks at me. It's so weird. I don't know. It's like this, like, I have my 3 daughters, you know? Thank you. I'm older, but still learning. You're the best. Wiser than me, lifer. Love your energy and your teachings. Honestly, man, I'm not wise. I tell it myself so that I can stay better, bro. Honestly, this channel keeps me clean, man. I'm telling you. If sex is controlling your life, you're not in control of your life. Amen, dude. Amen. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Come on, Bitcoin, sweep the leg. Somebody says 61,140. We're in that short. honing in on that dumpage. Come on, baby. Definitely come sweep that sweep. She's going to rock down, baby. She's most likely going to take it down, and we're going to get paid here. Nicely and easily here. Why is the long button pressed? Get out of here. I'm in a short right now. I just want to make it clear. Up $31. We'll see what happens. Feel like we went over Bitcoin in 5 minutes of the hour on the stream. Bear market is here, says Analog Crunch. A lot of people. Yeah. Are you currently staking any crypto? If so, what? Yes, I stake everything in the I stake Injective. I stake Atom. Yeah. Can you check NVIDIA, Sammy? Much love. We'll take a look at NVIDIA for you. Don't buy Tiny, I'll tell you that. Oh my goodness. It probably is the wrong Tiny. You never know. NVDA, let's take a look at NVIDIA and see what's happening on the bigger markets. NVIDIA Corporation on the NASDAQ. Let's look at NVIDIA. I haven't taken, let me do NVIDIA like I do Bitcoin. It's been a long time. I'm going to take a look at it on like a 2-week chart. So wow, you got into NVIDIA in November at $15, and this thing did a 10x. You would have 10x your money. It made millionaires. People put $1 million, they made $10 million. People put $10 million, made $100. I bet there's someone out there that put in 10 or 40 million, and now they're worth $400 million, right? The market makes a lot of money, makes a lot of people a lot of money, and it doesn't take, look, it takes 10 months, and your whole life could change. Imagine putting $1 million in NVIDIA, right? I don't know why I didn't get into NVIDIA. Wasn't paying attention. I guess I don't, my focus isn't into the stock market, even though it's pumping and pumping. I have centralized focus, like heavily. At this point, I was probably researching some RWA project, doing my DCAs, and grabbing Bitcoin when I could on the lows, and tutoring and doing everything I can in crypto. So I'm so crypto that like even this is a distraction to me sometimes. I'm not saying now. I'm just But look, there's the beautiful flag. We broke to the upside. I like to tell a story, and then just a straight shot to the upside. You're really far away from the 21-day moving average on that 2-week chart. You know what that says. Every time I've seen that, again, you did it here. You did a slight pullback. Let's take a look at our weekly now. It just says to me, you're going to have to come back down to some type of 618 Fibonacci on the weekly. It looks to me like a good buy zone would be 100, and then another leg to the upside could possibly be coming. I don't know if the bigger pump is going to end, but it does look to me like then you'll have this trend line, see? You probably have to come back to the trend at one point, 80, 75, right? And it might make a head and shoulder pattern, and it might take some time, but to me, the sell-off will begin, all right? The sell-off probably, and then you're looking for bearish div. You got it. You got the swing down here while you got the sharp swing up on the daily. Moving averages are far apart. The only thing is the daily's pretty close to the 21. So it could be, if they continue to print money, it could extend the bigger time frame. So here's the deal. Pull the Fibonacci here too. You can watch this flag on the video, and it's going to do one or two things. It could make it's on the 21, so there's a chance it bounces. If it bounces, look for it to consolidate. I don't see it pumping out of nowhere. I see it consolidating at least. So here's the video. If you're thinking of getting in, you're looking for this consolidation. If that consolidates, then 131 would be a nice price, and even right now might be a good DCA. But I wouldn't touch it. I think this, if you didn't build the position early and you're not in it already, I feel like it's a little high, or you know what I mean? At the same time, if it takes enough of a pullback, then it could look somewhat, if I see it hit the 618, I'm not going to buy it, but that's in 99, 98 would be an area I would start considering just to think about it, right? You don't want to really, once you only listen to your TA, you only want to consider getting into places where you see a lot of maximized potential, right? Wow, 61,280, Bitcoin coming back up. And it's doing a Monday, man. It's playing games on this Monday, just doing what it does. And again, if it gets back above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, it can have fireworks. It's back at the 3. But look at it, just chop, chop, chop. That's why it's better not to watch your trade. Set your trade, go for a walk. Check on it in 2 hours. You know what I mean? MOOLA is alive, he says. MOOLA, MOOLA, MOOLA. MOOLA? Is that on base? I don't know. Oh, the market cap's so big with such less liquidity. That's kind of weird. I don't think this is the right coin. Shorts taking all day for some reason. They're playing with us today. They're not giving us the Monday. Usually we would have got a big move on Monday by now. But it's about to be, it's 10:45 to 11:15. We've gone through it. Shout out to our channel sponsors, iTrust Capital. All right? iTrust Capital is a place you could grab a Bitcoin, throw it in there, or you can allocate. You know, if you get your $6,000 a year, $7,000 a year, $10,000, whatever you get, depending on how you have it set up. Great place to slowly just add Satoshis to your long-term portfolio and leave them in there for 20 to 30 years. You know, all of us have short-term ideas. We go in and out. Our emotions may control us, but if we can set something set up for long-term. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe long-term is great for me. And so I trust Capital. I would look them up, hit the QR code. They do sponsor the channel, and I absolutely love them. One of the best companies to couple with because they just have such good integrity and a really good track record. Invest 24 hours a day, 365 days a year in iTrust Capital. I'm telling you, they got everything that you need from SHIB to Solana all the way to AVAX, baby. And of course, Bitty Bitcoin. Shout out to iTrust Capital. We thank you. We love you. And we like what you guys do for the space. Okay. Moving forward, let's take a look at TON. TON is on the radar for me because it's one of the strongest coins in the game. And whenever you see these dumps, you want to head on over to, CoinMarketCap. Simply put, go to your 1 hour and just see if there's anything kind of holding game. Wow, Starknet banged out. Celestia banged. Layer 0 now not too bad considering it was holding $3 for a long time. And bread has been hot, holding 13. And TON above 7 is absolutely amazing, right? I mean, it was 5.35. So TON's up. If you bought TON when we talked about it, around $5.13, TON is continuing to go to the upside. We're watching TON in this possible rising wedge that could go parabolic to $13.99, and it really has not changed. So I bought into TON. I'm super happy. I haven't lost any money. So I actually piled some money into TON, and I'm still kind of where I'm at. So TON's still doing pretty good. Let's take a look at our baby Andy on Blast. As is one more day till, when is that coming out? Jamie's coming out soon, right? And Andy on Blast is the number one thing coming out now. And Andy on Blast actually went up since we put it out. Up about 53%, came back down. But even when I started kind of talking about it, when it did this double bottom and then revisited the middle point, Andy on Blast is hot. What's going to happen with Blast is they're going to get the Blast token. It's going to come out, and people who use Blast are going to get airdropped Blast. So, however you bought your Andy on Blast, and if you did convert what you had to, they're going to know that you did that, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get Blast tokens, and I think you could do other farming things and stuff like that too as well. Actually, looks like it's gonna fall back a little bit here first. Looks like we may get something like this. I'm bullish on this project long term. The Blast token comes out. A lot of people are going to get a bunch of Blast sent right to the wallet. They're not going to want to convert it back to Ethereum and go. They're going to want to look around in the Blast ecosystem. Some of them are going to sell immediately and convert to Tether if they're smart. But a lot of people are going to gamble it back into the system. That's what you're going to see because it's free money. I just see the most premier coin, and the best thing that's going to take that liquidity is Andy on Blast. So it's just, these are plays that we figure out. And look, they follow me. I seen this the other day, right? They did. Now they don't. I don't know. Oh yeah, Andy on Blast follows you. Shout out to the Andy on Blast team, man. Put you on blast every day, guys. And they never sent me coin. I don't know the team. I swear on my entire life. I swear on my family's life. I don't know anyone at Andy on Blast. I like the coin from the very beginning. I get these. I don't know what they are, and I'm not trying to sound weird, but I get like an image in my head or I look at 100 coins, and then one just will go out to me and be like, I'll do my research too. But I found Andy on Blast like 5-6 months ago. Thought it was hot, and then Andy on ETH pumped instead of Andy on Blast, and I was like, what? All right. Big news today. Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Invest Management, announces her intention to vote for former President Donald Trump in the upcoming 2024 presidential election, citing her belief that Trump would be the best candidate for the U.S. economy. Wood made this decision based on economic considerations, stating that she votes based on who she believes would do the best job for the economy. And on that basis, she supports Trump. So that came out, when she was getting interviewed. She decided to make it public. And there you have it. A little bit of controversy with Meet Kevin and Cathie Wood. He put something out in the interview. She didn't like it. I don't know. Something went back and forth. Hope they can find a happy medium Seems people aren't too happy with me, Kevin, for some reason. I don't know what's going on. You might want to deep dive that. It is just kind of gossip, though, so who cares? Let's get back into the charts. All right. Let's get back into the charts. Yeah, we're still sitting at this low and playing with the 200. It's so much more likely we're going to dump now. You tried so many times to get a reversal. You didn't. The slump is coming. Pay me so I can get paid and show everybody the gains today in the stream. Your brother, hope you and your family are good. Can you check on BONK? I'm on a decent size short on it. Let's take a look at Pedro Morales. He's talking about BONK. Shout out to the $99 in super chats, not $131. And Crypto Billy coming in. Do airdrops usually work on how much you bridged? My whole port is less than 250. Yeah, it probably will how much you bridged. It might have an idea. It depends. All right. You know, Zeno, I think he's a blast. You guys are funny, man. No, Zeno liked Andy on Blast too. See, I've got on Andy on Blast, liked it, then forgot about it, then it slumped, and I thought, and I kind of was like, but it always lingered. And then Zeno got into Blast hard and was like, man, Andy's hot. And he kind of got and so he got me back into Blast, really. You know, I was better when I gambled on super high risk coins. Not working out. No attachment to anything. You're funny, man. I was better when I gambled on higher super risk coins. No working out, no sleep, no attachment to anything. You're funny. I dropped the super chat. When you get a chance, Sammy, looks like a gem. Thank you. After hours investing. Let's take a look at the fan funding here at 11:28 as the show just starts to rip through. Can you check out OCTA? Strongest against the market. Okay, 6 months of focus and hard work can put you 3 years ahead of life. Don't underestimate the power of consistency and desire. Focus on progress, not pain. Pain is part of the process towards becoming successful. He's so right. You can do wrong for 10 years, play games with your life, and mess around. Then you get a mentor in 2-3 months, change your life, and be focused for 6 months. And you can propel your life further in those 6 months than you had in the last 20 years of your life. Focused energy and focused movement will give you a higher frequency result in a faster amount of time. And you won't believe it because you haven't been living that high frequency before. So you think things are going to move as slow as they had in the past. You're comparing to everything to past experiences, which haven't been that good for you because your frequency has been low. Once your frequency is higher and you begin to attract things and you start moving at a higher pace, you realize, wow, things don't move as slow as they used to before. I can't, and then you still have to have patience. I'm not saying things happen overnight, but they move way faster than they did when you were sitting on your hands, man. I'm telling you right now, right? So you got to get up and go. You got to be the change you want to see in your life. You have to make it happen. 7 days a week I work. I don't take a day off. 7 days a week. I take an afternoon. You'll see me with the kids, but that night I'm back at it. That morning I'm back at it. Up early, late nights. It does not stop. If you want to break, go hang out with the mediocre crew. If you want to break, go live on the everyday street. You want to live in some unbelievable house. You want to see the views of the ocean. You better work your butt off. I'm telling you right now, nobody with those beautiful homes got it easy. Some people, were born into it. They usually get depressed, usually go in and out of rehab, right? Look at Tom Hanks' son, no offense, but just, the people that have it all tend to always seem to kind of abuse it all, If you're in a state of gratitude, you get off the drugs, you realize that God gave you a beautiful life. And honestly, enough is enough, Again, we do get things happen. I'm not saying, but at one point, if we want to be successful, if we want to change our lives, we got to ask ourselves who we really want to be, and we got to make the real hard decisions, and we got to stop lying to ourselves. I lied to myself for years, and that's why I ended up on a night shift for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Oh, woe was me. It was so tough. I mean, I made it harder than it needed to be. I wanted it to be tough, I guess. He who says he can and who he says he can is usually correct. Who are you going to be in your life? Are you going to say you're going to do it, or are you going to just play games? It's up to you. You have a choice right now. I'm in a short right now. There's nothing more we can do but wait to either play out or wait for it to slump. We're either going to get stopped out or we're going to win. All right? Every trader you could watch right now is going to show you the same scenarios. All right? And they're going to be either getting into a long or a short and playing the game. Most of them aren't going to trade live in front of you at all. They're going to have the trade open already after they bang 5 of them. You're never going to know what's going on. If you want to see them hit the buy button live in front of you, that's what you want to be seeing. If you don't see the buy button in front of you, you don't know what's going on. Why is Elon Musk not running for president of the United States? Is he an alien? Shout out to Reznor. You never know, man. You never know. Aliens living among us. Can you check OCTA strongest against the market? We'll take a look at OCTA. Thank you. We looked at NVDA. Thank you. Check on BONK. I'm in a decent size short. Let's take a look at BONK. I mean, BONK would follow Bitcoin, right? This could break. If TON breaks, it is a shoulder, head, and shoulder. If TON breaks, it is going to come down and test 6. And the measure move of the rising wedge does take you all the way back down to 472. If TON goes to 472, it's going to be such a great place to buy. That's going to be a good opportunity, in my humble opinion. So, but we'll take it one day at a time, one step at a time. Shout out to all the awesome super chats. You people are absolutely amazing. Keep them coming in if you want me to go over a coin or chart. So I'm going to look at BONK right now and see what's happening. And I like when you guys interact with the chat because, you know, it's like it becomes your show. Like, this is what you wanted to talk about. Let's talk about what you want to talk about. Let's have fun. You become part of the show. You produce the show, right? You throw your 2 cents in there. I really like that the super chat aspect for that reason. I think it makes it so it's you know, not just me yapping. It's you guys also kind of putting your 2 cents in. So here's BONK. BONK on that. We had that inverted head and shoulder. We called it. We had the beautiful pump. We hit the measured move. We hit the all-time high or almost close to it. Looked like things were going to blast. And then no, we got pulled down into the dumps. Pretty weird, right? Bit of a cup and handle here too. Hitting the 200 SMA. Once you lose the daily 200 SMA, I consider that like the end of a bull market, honestly. You know, this looks like it could drop down to 1361. So honestly, we could see some massive pain here if we don't get a reversal. If by tonight this candle doesn't, or like I'd give it 2 to 3 days. You know, if we get back above here, I would consider a long on the first high or low we see. Otherwise, you have to assume we're gonna probably go lower down to 1353. You said you're in a short right now, so I'll look at the smaller time frame for you. And it really depends on Bitcoin. You want to see this 7-minute lose that 200, right? You want to see the 1 minute get back below the 200 SMA. All right, I'd watch the smaller time frames and see what they're doing. The 50-minute getting rejected by the 200 is a good sign for you that your short may continue to play out. All right, wow, Bitcoin back to 61,300. This has just been such a game today, huh? Now you go to the 1 hour, trying to get back above the 1 hour 200 again. See, but it's chop city, chop suey, and that's look at the chop. It doesn't know what they're thinking. They don't know what to do. They're trying to figure out what the market makers are trying to figure out how many people they want to liquidate. I don't think they got enough people anymore. They keep going. They're going to scare everybody out of the market. There's going to be no one to take money from. I don't see. That's something I never understand. How do you obliterate everybody all the time? They're like, they always keep coming back. What if they don't come back that time and you can't get out? You got to play. You got to give retail something here and there. You can't just obliterate them every single time, right? And again, there's more things happening. I've been teaching you guys about fiat currencies since day one of this stream. That couples into George Gammon, Lynette Zhang. If you watch those people, Lynn Alden. I've been watching Lynette Zhang for a long time, probably like almost 9 years now, right? And it's funny, BitBoy never really mentioned him, and then I see he has Lynette Zhang on his channel. She's awesome, man, and she really sets it straight. Like, when I first got into the idea that I lived in a Ponzi scheme, nobody believed me, and there was nobody really to talk to. I would watch her. Sometimes, I don't know if she had a YouTube channel back then because it's somewhat new, but she would talk, and I would see her on George Gannon's channel. All right, Gammon. I'll show you George. These are people you really want to talk to, rebel capitalists, and they have like summits around the country too. But this guy's awesome, man, and he talks about liquidity in a different way. And I usually watch him once a week on fast speed and get to understand what he's talking about and what he's doing. And he's also like, I don't know whether, I hope he's not a deep state, he seems like an independent thinker. Was pretty interesting. Wow, look, Canadian Prepper and him got together. It's interesting. See, everyone is somewhat connected. I watch Canadian Prepper sometimes. And it's funny how we're all somewhat connected in this. Look, he's got the WEF has a new agenda for AI, and see? And he's behind the scene conspiracy, they call us conspiracy theorists, but we're really on to what's happening in the world. We're the people trying to, attempting to wake you up to the news before it's news. Because if we wake you up to the news before it's news, maybe you'll finally realize we were telling you the truth. But we have to tell you something before it is what it is, because we have to go on a limb to get that happening. You have to remember, and see, they go on the fact that we're going to live in fear and not want to, and afraid that if it doesn't happen in time, you'll think we're fools. And that's what they go on, right? I was looking at something the other day, like 95% of the world. So 1% of the world tries to convince, 4% of the top 5% tries to convince the other 95% that the 1% is controlling them. And 1%, oh no, it was like 1% of 4%. I think I took a picture of it, but it made so much sense to me. You know, it made so much sense. But it was about kind of how the world is being, 1% control the world. 4% are their puppets, like all the celebrities that we see and the people out there, right? So they pay them and they make them puppets, right? They look rich to you. You think they're powerful. That's why most of them end up in pain, right? They're all on drugs. Something happens to them, right? Someone's messing with their minds, obviously. Why do all these celebrities end up with divorce? Their kids are weird, all. It's like it makes you not want to be a celebrity. Like, I'll take that regular life any day of the week. It looks like the money really ruined them, right? So 1% of the world, they use 4% as their puppets, and 90% of the people are asleep. 5% know and try to wake up the 90%. Like every day, we're like, hey, listen. The 1% use the 4% to prevent the 5% from waking up the other 90%. You see? So they keep using disinformation and celebrities and other people that influence you bigger than me to try to force you to be brainwashed into the nonsense, right? And honestly, that's a pretty, I'm one on, but that makes 100% sense to me. Because we keep battling the 200 and having problems with it, it's more likely we're going to lose it. Because this was our high, and all morning we've been able to make a higher high, we're probably going to make a lower low. I'm still short. I'm not switching my stance on it. And I'd rather show you my loss than play games. So I'm long. I'm short. I'm long on a short. Does that make any sense? I'm long short. But, and we could get all the way to about 58,000 is the level that we're looking for. All right? For Bitcoin. Putting in blinds today in my house, but they didn't have to do this room, thank God, so it's all good. All right? I'm sitting there taking a shower, and then I forget the blind guy can come in. I don't have the door locked. I'm like, I'm going to look like a queer, So I run in, I lock the door, but then I get the floor all wet, and then I realize he comes in, he's going to fall on the floor. So then I finish the shower, and then I'm wiping the floor down. It's like, so funny, man, right? It's like things you don't think about as you're doing your day, right? It's like, anyway. Craziness over here. So a lot of crazy news coming out today. Kathy Wood back at Trump. That's pretty interesting to me. I didn't expect that. I didn't. And I know that's the first like big, strong woman figure. And that's a big deal. I know a lot of strong women that like Trump. It's weird. You would think no, but there's a lot of women that do actually support Trump. You'd be surprised when you really start asking people and talking to people. You thought they would be offended by all the locker room talk and stuff, but apparently they're not. Like, apparently they look at the facts. They don't really seem to care, right? I don't know. I found that fascinating because it was something I didn't expect. OCTA's super strong. Funny, I put it out here and it did slump. But you're right, man. Compared to the rest of the market, OCTA is holding up really, really nicely. It's saying, hey, I don't care about what the rest of the market's doing. I'm going to flag out and then probably continue to pump. Let's take a look at the daily and see what the daily's looking at. I mean, even the daily's getting ready for another move. Dude, after I was investing, man, I got so many people in my trading group, and they were students of the game. They listened to me. They stuck with me. Years went by. They still stayed in the trading group. They stayed loyal to me, too. And these are the people that always come back to the channel with a good gem or something. Now, it could definitely just drop down to that 200. Don't get me wrong. There's still thoughts. There's a low. There's a high. There's a low. There's a lower high. It doesn't look amazing. I'll give it to you. It's almost symmetrical triangle vibes. So hold on. Hold control, swing it. Hold control, swing it. So symmetrical triangle for sure. Either we break up, somewhere to about 246, or we break down. I elongated a little bit. I guess maybe we stop right there at about 121. But it's not all bullish, man, I have to say. It could dump, especially if Bitcoin decides to drop the sauce and it's below the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. It is consolidating. I got you. And look, previous support is resistance. It's showing way better strength compared to the rest of the market. Well, let's give it time. It may just kind of slowly bleed out. All right. We're finally in that short, baby. Finally taking gains in the short at 61,000. There we go. And now it's time to come to daddy, baby. We waited this whole time. And now the short should happen violently, fastly. We should get paid pretty nicely. Brrrah. And then we'll go down to 60,000. And then, we're on our way to 50. It's very likely we're going lower, everybody. But you never know. But the probability is in our favor to the downside. Who's up with the short right now making gains with the lifer? Shout out to everybody that's making gains with the Crypto Lifer on this live stream. I provide everything I can for you. The short's not amazing. I'm not taking tons of credit for it, but hey, we're not wrong at the present moment. I hear you. I see it was definitely an outlier. Maybe runs when the market does come back. Yeah. Shaw was one of the only persons in the last 40 years to not start any wars, says Flavor. Interesting. Most Christians do not follow Christ. They follow the church. If they follow Christ, they would not dislike. And we don't want to get into that too much, but, you know. We get a pump. Go long, boys. Shout out to Luke92. Only Bitcoin, right? Wow. I'm not going to get into it, anybody. I'm a one person, you know, I'm a one, what do you say, issue candidate, you know, cryptocurrency, man. You know, this last administration battled crypto for 4 years straight. You can say whatever you want. Doesn't look like it's going to be a good 4 years. I'd like to take the alternative to see what happens and see where crypto can go 4 years from now if we don't get just completely battered and beaten. You know what I mean? So if you want to jump on in and join my trading group, we got a pinned message here. It's cryptolifer.com. Jump on in today and join the trading group. You would have learned to short today, right? We might make a monster short, pay for the group for the whole year. I may be able to pay for the group for the year in my short plays out. So, and I'm only using $600. So, and again, I'm not a big shot here. I take it day by day. So I lose many times. I win. It depends on the day. But I'm here for you every single day. My consistency is something you can guarantee. Till the day I die, I'm going to show up every single day and rock it out. Put my email address in here, hit consent, your email address, and hit consent, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. I'd greatly appreciate you get that awesome value. We provide for it every single week. And my team is so loyal and consistent, just like me, so you're only going to get good data from my team, all right? And from me. 61,113 for Bitcoin. It's not a day where I'm going to run through every altcoin in the game and get all excited. We got to be careful. Wow, so Blast. Oh, Blast Frontier. I was almost like, is that Blast? Funny, Blast Frontiers has a crazy pump. But these are small market caps, so don't get too excited when you see like coins with a like $10,000 market cap go from 20,000. You know, I'm always really, really, really wary of that. But let's talk about the strong coins. Ton is a strong coin, right? What else is showing signs of strength right now is ATH, right? Ether. I mean, only at 6.7, like you remember we were DCAing starting at 6 cents, and if it ever went lower, I want in, and it just doesn't seem to want to get us to go lower despite what the market does. This thing is, you know, deep in infrastructure at its best, and to me, I like the basically rounded bottom consolidation here. It looks like it's likely going to continue. So you never know, but that's, you know, and then we got resistance here too, right? It's 0.8. So, but I like this. This is consolidation, right? And I could be wrong. Maybe it dumps. You never know. I never, you know, but that is just. And so I built a bag, and I believe it's a beautiful opportunity right now to build a bag, and most people are going to miss out. But I'm going to build a bag, baby. Like, you ever hear build a bear? I'm going to build a bag. Right? Look how much we have to baby this trade. Look how long this trade takes. 2 hours. 2 hours, and we're only at $50. We're slowly, you know, the patience and the time it takes. 7% is huge. Most people can't make 8%. You know what I mean? Consistently using, you know, I'm on 29x leverage. And again, don't use leverage if you don't know what you're doing. Please take your, you know what I mean? Really, really, really. Like, I made hundreds of thousands of dollars before I ever touched leverage. I DCA'd into coins that matter. I bought Bitcoin and got out of the fiat currency system. Like, I don't really think you even need leverage at all to make any money. I do it because right now there's no other way really for me to extrapolate value out of the market. I need small moves out of Bitcoin, or, you know, I need some moves out of Bitcoin, and I can take. So I've learned how to perfect how to use leverage to my advantage, but I don't overuse it. I don't overindulge in it. And I'm very, very, very responsible in the way I use it. I know exactly what I'm using. I make sure my stop losses are well away from my liquidations. All All right. I make sure I have a stop loss and a take profit on every single trade. I know my liquidation price. Look, 63,100. My stop loss is 61.72. They're very, oh, look at that. My liquidation is higher. I messed up on that one. So that one I made a mistake on. Right as I'm saying it. So be careful. Whenever I make my trade, I make sure that my stop loss, so I could get liquidated at 63,100 on that short, right? Which is crazy, but it's pretty far away. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm right. Yeah, my stop loss is 61.7, so I thought I was long. No, I'm right. Yeah, so if it goes to 61.7, I get stopped out. I would get liquidated at 63,000. So you got to make sure that, you know what I mean? And here we go. Now we're going to start the payday. When 61 breaks, we're going to get a massive drop here. And it's very likely we're going to get paid. Now we're below the point of control and the 200. Those are the golden opportunities that we talked about for the dumpage. We want to see that long squeeze now coming in. This is when we should break down from 61 and get a nasty. This wick would be quick and fast. A lot of times it comes down and it bounces right back up again. You're up like $500. Second, you're only up 200. It's so insane how fast the shorts move. You got to move quicker these shorts. All right. 60,000, 61. Now we're up the most we've ever been in the trade, right? 9.45% up $60. And patience, my friends, patience. If you make $200 a day, 10 days you made $2,000, 30 days you made $6,000. Imagine making $6,000, but most people want to make $2,000 a day or $3,000. They're going after it. So they get all crazy about making the money, and then at the end of the month, what happens? They're down. They're down huge. They've lost tons of money. Right? Told you there was going to be that bounce, that drowning out. I told you, right? And now you're in the money here for Bitcoin. And usually it starts to get pretty droppy pretty fast here. So we called the short for you. We could see it. And now they're going to liquidate these longs, man. Let's take a look and look at all the liquidity waiting for us right there at 60,058. It's all right there. So BOOKMAP also corroborates the fact that we're going to go short. It tells me that short is likely. And look at that beautiful short now. You are in paid. Shout out to everybody making gains right now, baby. Let's go. Yo, you just got paid. If you sat with my channel, if you understood how I trade, if you use my strategies, you just got paid. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I don't care what the market's doing. It's about teaching you how to trade on every single day. Join my trading group today. Get the education you deserve. Learn how to make gains either way the market goes up or down. All right? Bang, bang, bang. I don't trade, so no gains for me. If you ever wonder if everyone shorted creates the bear market, or does the market tell you to short? Honestly, I don't really know. I just go with the flow, Jennifer. I just know what the indicators tell me to do. I try not to outthink myself. All right. Shout out to crypto shaman Sam Price, the crypto shaman in the house, man. You got gainitis over here. Dude, we can't stop with the gains, man. And most of you are more aggressive than me, so I'm sure a lot of you are up bigger than me now. All I see is my portfolio going lower. Best 99 I've spent in my life. Shout out to Eamon. I mean, that pays for that right now. $600 just is enough to pay for the 1 month of my trading group right there. 1 month, right? 1 month. Now look, stop loss, right? To break even. You can't lose money in the trade now. Grab that stop, bring it right in, bring it into profit. You can't lose money now. We're protected. Now our purse is protected. We're ready to go. Okay? This was kind of set to happen. We knew. We were just waiting on that moment. That $61,000 line. And you can see the liquidity below us. Now, sometimes they rip it right back up. Play games here, rip it right back down. It depends. But we stay patient now. Right? We stay patient. No real bullish divergence happening. All right, 1 minute getting slaughtered, losing the 200. We never got back above strong. It was weak the whole time. All right. See the wick, and it comes back pretty strong. Now they're going to oversell the 1 minute. All right. They're going to have it oversold, right? Losing the bull market support band. Amen. Yeah. I'm all about the daily 200 MA. I don't know what your bull market support. I continue to trade against myself. I can't get a break. I did it for years, man. I know exactly how you feel. All I can tell you is somehow, some way I was able to push through. But if I didn't push through, I would have given up. So you have one choice. You have either a chance to kind of continue the pain or stop. Some people do have to stop, right? It's just not for them. I'll take the $100 off the table right now, even though there's probably way more pain coming, right? Now, the sad thing is there was no flag happening, but we're really far from the 21. So the same thing here. It's just like when you dump pump, you're really far from the 21-day moving average. You're likely going to have to flag out here before our next big move to the upside. And then we can enter the short again, you see? I could be wrong. Maybe we continue down, but it's unlikely. 60,800 is a good place to take some profit. Guys, face the reality. Stop chasing for rivers and pancake. Monthly, weekly, and daily. A lot of CS gap to be filled. If you look on the left. Yep. I have no other plans. This is it for me. Then you're going to make it then. That's it, bro. Baby shark nibbles. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Yo, I just take them, man. I don't care. I'm not trying to be everybody's. I just want to make sure that the account continues to go up, bro, whether it's short or long. I'll add $100 a day, $200 a day, sometimes 500. Sometimes I'll lose 100. The days I lose in the morning, I usually make it back, and I take little nibbles, and I bring myself back to break even. Last week, I lost a couple trades. I went forward straight, bang, 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 and I brought myself back into positive, and I left it alone. I used the small time frames in the 200 to get myself, like, I'll take this. We'll get above boom. I'll take that. I'm upside down right now, just so you know. Because I'm expecting this to make, some type of flag here. And I just sold. And you can see price action did stop right at my sell. Stochastics got oversold, oversold. We could get a bit of a bounce there. So based AI is in the bag. I'm building at the minute. I love that. You can't do your research on MOOLA before you hop, buddy. You should know how to manage your funds. Ain't forcing it. Jennifer, I've never heard someone call a woman a buddy. That's interesting. Usually call ladies by their, hey, excuse me, miss. I seen that, that was in the group chat. You're funny, man. Upside down, Sammy. Are you a Spider-Man? I always have been. Just hope I get it before I lose my mind. Hey, man, I lost my mind 17 times, so you probably will. Trust me, man. I went to hell and back to be where I'm at right now. Hell and back 1,000 times over. Master Friend knows. All of you know, if you've gotten to where I'm at or even an inkling of where I'm at, you fought so hard to get here. If you understand what I'm saying in the charts, it means you've been through tons of pain. Period. After hours investing, we love you, brother. Yeah, get him out of here, man. Get him out of here, bro. Yeah. I'll hide him on the channel, man. We don't need it. All right. Thank you. I call my wife there. You're so weird, bro. You are the GOAT. Facts. MOOLA is a rug, somebody said. Of course it is. Stay away, man. We're not his exit liquidity. Oh, wow. Look at that short. Oh. Continuing to dump now. It did look like it was going to obliterate. Oh, sold early. Oh, the pain. There it goes, man. I guarantee to win, but man, that would have been. I did want to make like a lot more money on that trade, on that short. Dang. And a lot of times shorts, I felt the feeling that thing was gonna dump, but I was live, so I want to win in front of everyone. So when you're live, you want to win live. It's something about being live. You don't want to lose live. I'd rather take a smaller win in front of everyone than try to push it. What if it went back the other way and I was at break even and I didn't get to win at all? So. You're going to have an ego when you're live, when you're trading in front of people. I mean, I try to lose my ego, but, dude, everybody cares what people think about them somewhat. Otherwise, you won't care about yourself. And you don't want to lose in front of everybody. So trust me, if you were trading like me, a lot of times, if you were trading live, you would take your profits early. Trust me, you would. Because you don't want to lose in front of people. Or be up and then not be able to take the gain. It just looks dumb, right? Or no, I shouldn't say that. It looks like you don't know what you're doing, right? Some people would beg for that $100, Sam. You just killed it, brother. Shout out to Naffy, man. I love you for saying that. You're an awesome person. You're a humble, amazing guy. God bless you, bro. Bro, you're doing what 90% of people can't do, win and walk away. I love you, Master Friend. God bless you, brother. A win is a win. You're following your rules. I love y'all. I got a really good group of people here, man, on this stream. We've built a really, really good community. You guys have shown me that like 3 times today on the live. I've been really blown away. Everybody, I got to jump out of here. My sister comes into town in a couple hours. I want to get her room ready, get some things ready. I might have to go to the grocery store. Oh, man, this thing is going to continue to dump, though. I knew it was going to go pain. My target's all the way down here. I want to get back in the short. Trust me, just like I'm in a long. I want to get back in just like we play the longs and the shorts. Over and done with you, Bitcoin. Sam, you got nothing to prove. You're the man. Tommy G, I love you. If you're not chasing, every $5 is big. Dude, you guys are awesome. A W is a W. We're all grateful for everything you do. I love you. You need antibiotics for the gainitis. Amen. We appreciate you, Sammy. Have a good day with the family. Was good seeing your life for safe travels. Enjoy your sister, siblings, and the best ever. Grace, I love you and your sister. And, you know, I lost my mom, Grace. And I really connected to your story and your pain. And I just want to let you know I love you with all my heart, Grace. And you were a soul that really, I've connected with everybody, but you've left an indelible mark on my life, Grace. And I want to say thank you. Your parents raised a great man. Thank you, Robbie G. Go say a prayer for them that they stay in heaven, man, friend. Or that God accepts them into heaven. Say a prayer for my parents. Everyone pray for my parents. That God forgives them for their sins for me. That would be the nicest thing you could do for me today. Just say, dear Lord, please forgive Sam's parents for all their sins. May they stay in heaven. That's all I ever asked for. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you learned something today. I hope you had a good time. The short looks like it may continue to the downside. Set up a flag here. When the 21 touches, we can go continue further to the downside. This is the bear flag. My target is 58,900. BOOKMAP does have liquidity. I do get a commission if you hit BOOKMAP in the description. I do got links here up at the top of the chat. If you want to join Crypto Lifer, if you want to join MEXC, I Trust Capital, and the weekly newsletter. So jump on in today. I would greatly appreciate it. There's money to be made every single day. Do not let this down market get in your head. We can short it and make our money back. We can figure out different ways. We can stack. Okay? Prayers have already been answered and you're living in it. God bless Master Friend, man. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Grief almost caught up. You slipping. Bless, Sam. Take care. Shout out to everybody here on the live. You can't stop streaming now. This is where we're looking for. You're funny. Nice one, Sammy. You are the dream. Sonny's saying, I love you, brother. Thanks for the stars. Thanks for the earth. But above all, thank you for yourself. The Goonie. I look up to your work. Thank you, man. That's very nice of you. Love you, brother. I love you too, Billy. Billy, man. You're one of us, Billy. You're one of us. Once a lifer, you're always a lifer, brother. You can't leave the fold now. You care about other people more than yourself, and that's what makes you a lifer. I'm so proud of this group today. You guys really, really show me who the lifers are. I'm very proud to be a lifer. I don't think the short is done personally. I think it's going to continue. But the charts convey it's going to continue. Who cares what I think? We want to get into this flag here when the flag interacts with the 21. Just like when we're shorting the market, when we're long on the market. Same idea. We long the flags, right? When the stochastic. So now we want to long high stochastics when the flag touches. Instead of low stochastics when the flag touches. It's the same scenario. It's just the opposite. If you know how to long with me, then you know how to short. You just don't know it yet. You just got to flip it upside down. You got this. You got this, everybody. You got this. Everybody, I love you so much. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. I care about you more than you'd ever know because you have made my life purposeful. You've given me a place to be every single day that matters. I know you people matter. And then you would say, it's just on the internet, Sam. But I meet you people in real life. I had Christmas with one of you people. I go on boats with you people. I bought my house because a guy in my trading group's wife is a real estate agent and she provided the opportunities for me. So this channel, these people, you all have changed my life forever, man. I waited to 60. Keep up the spirit. Shout out to Crypto Cash. We love you, brother. Man, Sam, go have a great day, man. Enjoy your family. Say hi to your sister for us. I will, brother. Everybody, I love you all more than you would ever know. Stay strong. If we get back above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, We may continue back to the upside. They could reverse this market. I bought some Bitcoin live on stream, and I made a live trade. What else can I do, baby? Stay strong, everybody. Stay mentally tough. Don't let them get to you. Don't let these prices get to you. Don't let them get to you. Stay positive every single day. You got this. It's just price action. We're going to make it through no matter what. I'm telling you, do not get emotional. Be grateful for everything in your life. Go to gratitude the second you feel sick from your portfolio. Go to, what do you have? Do you have 3 beautiful children? My third child is being born this week, hopefully. I am blessed. I have so many reasons to be grateful. All right? Everybody, I love you. Stay amazing. Live in love. Do not let them steal your frequency. You've got this. And do not live in fear. I'm telling you right now, fear is the way they crush you. Fear is how they get you to manipulate you. Scarcity. How do you scare a city? You tell them that there's scarcity. You scare the city into telling them that there's scarcity going on, that they don't have enough. You scare people into telling them there's not enough. Whenever someone's using fear on you, they're doing something to manipulate you. Okay? Don't let people manipulate you. Ask yourself why you're doing something. Think it through. Ask yourself where the influence came from. What are they really trying to get me to do? Right? And you'll find your answer, man. You'll find your answer. 58,900. Stop possibly at 61.47. And that thing may continue to dump on us. You know, now that's your next resistance. No real strong divvy. Gonna risk 70 for 490. It is a Monday, and I got lucky on a Monday already. But I'm going to get back into that short. It looks like it's going to collapse. I'm going to go further down and add insult to injury here. Get a little more, get some more. Come on, baby. Come down to 65. Once you lose 60,005, we'll get even more dumpage. Come on, baby. Let it come down. That's... It's a fast move. It's supposed to be quick. That's Bible. Take every thought into captivity. I'm back here looking at the charts again. Open up another short here. I'm watching this bear flag. Looks like we're going to dump again. The liquidity's there, man. BOOKMAP has all the liquidity in the world, so... Thanks, Sam. I need those words of inspiration. I'm going through it over here, daily struggling. Man, I went through it worse than you, or just as bad, if not as, bro, I went through as bad as you have. Like all the way to the thoughts, you know, those dark thoughts, bro. I've been there, man. Those are the greatest moments of your life. Keep repeating to yourself that these are the best times. Once it's all good, you're not going to struggle anymore. There is a time when the struggle does end, my friend. I know you don't think so, but it does end. It does. Life, I mean, there's other struggles that come with it, but you will eventually be out of this specific struggle. You're in it for a reason. I don't know why. But once you get out of it, you'll realize the reason you were in it. If you're like, but you know, some people do die of drug overdoses and some people never get out of it. We don't want that to happen. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm saying that's where that negative self-talk leads to. It leads to drugs. It leads to pain. It leads to more. It can take us down a darker road. Look, this trade's already in the money again if you took it. Right? So the main reason I do this channel and I teach financial education and I teach technical analysis is because when I didn't have the money to go after my dreams and when I had to work for others because of my hypersensitive personality, like I was very depressed and I had a really hard time not going after my dreams and realizing that I was going to live a regular, like it was depressing. And I was really, really sad and I got really in my head and it broke me down in ways where I got into very low frequency places and I really felt like I had no self-worth. And so I do this every day. I wake up, comb my hair, put on the suit and look fresh. For that one person out there today that is so down and out, they may just call it quits, man. And I pray to God they watch this channel and they see me shining and I see something that makes them laugh, and I talk about working out, and I pray that I get them out of that rut. I pray that I save them from that moment. I pray that I push them to some higher limits. And I pray one day I watch I watch YouTube, and I see someone say, I was inspired by this guy, Crypto Lifer, and now I'm out here. And I changed my life, and I started a business, and I decided to go after my dreams, you know? So I go after my dreams every day to help others do the same, because that's what helped me go after mine when I watched other people go after theirs. And it happened through YouTube. You know, I watched a lot of YouTubers that inspired me. Okay? I love you all. I appreciate you. And I hope I got through to some people, and I hope we made a change. All you can do every day is be positive around the world and spread love. Love is the strongest frequency. You cannot be denied when you live in love, my friends. Push forward every single day. Keep negative people out of your life, and take your bad past experiences and flip them into positives and help other people. Giver's gain, baby. The secret to success. You know what the secret to success is? Do you guys know what the secret to success is? Do you know? I'm going to tell you what the secret to success is. Are you ready?